two sisters who believe that the purpose of life is to enjoy, create, and have fun. We believe that as humans, we can have anything we want, and things are always working out for us. Experience has taught us that the path to getting everything we want begins with ease. If you believe in miracles and happily ever after, or even if you just want to, then this is the podcast for you. Hi there, I'm your host, Kayla Rain, and welcome to Attract It with Ease. This podcast is all about the law of attraction, but it's not like most other podcasts out there. This is a conversation between me and my sister, Adria Shea. We talk about what's working and what's not working in life. I have studied the law of attraction for over 15 years, and Adria, she's kind of a newbie on the topic. So we break it down in simple terms. How does it work? What are the tricks? Are there any secrets? What lessons have we learned? And we have some pretty funny stories to share. We laugh, we have fun, and at the end of every episode, we share an action item that you can implement today so that you can start living your happily ever after and you can make the law of attraction work for you. So if you want to feel good, if you want a better vision for tomorrow, join us. Let's get started. Hey guys, I'm your host, Kayla Rain.
I'm Adria Shea.
She's my sister. And Adria, this is our first episode.
I'm so excited.
So we've gone from talking about doing a podcast to actually doing a podcast, and this is super exciting. So our podcast obviously is Attract It with Ease, and the topic of every episode is going to be the law of attraction, and we're so anxious to get going on that. But as we've talked in the past, a big piece of the law of attraction is focusing on gratitude, being grateful for what we have right now. So I think a great place to get started today is let's talk about our gratitude. Adria, what are you thankful for today?
I am so grateful to be here with you in snowy Reno, Nevada. I'm grateful the recording equipment works. We figured out how to do it.
I know, just figuring out how to plug and play a microphone, you guys. If you've never done it, we stumbled through it, but yes, we figured it out. Anything else you're grateful for today?
Oh my gosh, I'm just grateful for family. I'm grateful for the opportunity to do this with you and spend more time with my sister.
Oh my goodness. I'm grateful for all of those same things too. I just think that being able to share a topic that we're passionate about, learn from each other, and meet other people, I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be in front of whoever's listening to this right now. So
I'm grateful for our listeners.
There you go. Hopefully somebody's listening. Hopefully you're out there and you're listening.
We're grateful for you.
So we intentionally planned our release of the podcast to come out in January of 2021. And our thoughts on that were that, let's be honest, 2020 was not our best year. It wasn't a good year really for anyone. And we think you would agree, meaning the listeners, we think you'd agree that nobody really wants to repeat 2020. And although some of the things in 2021 are going to be exactly the same, we really feel like this is a year that you can take control of your life, you can make things happen for you. And we're excited to launch in January so that we can get started off on the right foot, give you some quick action items, easy, fun things that you can do to implement and make the law of attraction really work to your benefit in 2021. So I think that takes us into our topic for today's episode. And Adria, what I want to talk about today is coming up with a personal theme for the year.
Kayla, tell me why. What is the reasoning behind having a theme for the year?
Oh my gosh, why wouldn't you want a theme? If you don't have a direction, how do you know if you're going to end up where you want to end up. If you don't pull out a map and map things out, come up with a plan, figure out where you're headed. If you just get in the car and start driving, who knows where you're going to go, right?
Starbucks.
Everybody catch that? Adria's going to Starbucks. So we can put that in our plan, but I don't know that the theme of your year should be Starbucks unless you own Starbucks. So let's talk about what a theme for the year looks like. So coming up with a personal theme is literally coming up with one single word that represents what you would like your year to look like. And Adria, you know what's interesting? I don't know if you remember, but this whole concept I was introduced to from you. Do you remember telling me about that?
I don't remember telling you about it. I do remember hearing about the concept a few years ago, and it really resonated with me. The idea of choosing one word that represents what you want to accomplish during a year.
So I think it was probably about 3, maybe even 4 years ago that Adria introduced me to the idea of coming up with a theme for yourself for the whole year. And she had talked about it a few months prior to the new year. And we talked about, whether or not each of us, I say each of us, we have several sisters. As sisters, we discussed whether or not we wanted to do personal New Year's resolutions, kind of how we were approaching the coming year. And Adria talked about, I heard this idea of just coming up with one word, just keeping it simple, just finding one word that represents what you want your year to look like. And so, Adria, I don't know if you remember, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but do you remember any of the themes that you've had in prior years?
I can remember a couple. A few years ago, my word was truth, because I was at a point in my life where I found it really hard to say no to people when they made requests of me. And I wanted to stay true to myself and only agree to things which aligned with my values and my goals for myself. There was another year that my word was YOLO, because I was feeling...
Is YOLO a word?
It is. It is a word.
Is it in the dictionary?
It's I'm sure it's in urbandictionary.com, so it's definitely a word. And it helped me to say yes to things that I was a little bit afraid to do, so it was perfect for the year.
So, Adria, I think the year that I first chose a word, the word that I picked was fulfilled. And that may seem like a strange word, but I really had a hard time identifying what I wanted. I just wanted to feel good. I knew that really what I wanted my year to look like was I just wanted more of all the good things, all the good stuff. And I thought, I don't want to pinpoint it on one single thing. If I just get more of all the good stuff, then I'll feel fulfilled. And that was my word for that year. I know that some people, like Tara, our sister Tara, she's going to die. We're calling her out. Tara, we're calling you out.
You're famous now.
Tara's word a few years ago was bloom. And I loved that word. She just wanted to blossom and grow and bloom and just become more of who she felt she was. And so when choosing a theme or a word for your theme for the year, it really can be anything. Adria, I guess I do know. I was going to say, do you have a theme for this year? I won't make Adria tell us what her theme is for this year. But Adria, can you guess what my theme was this year?
No. I can't. I'm racking my brain. Was it abundance?
No, it was not. But that's a great one. Abundance would be a good theme. My theme this year was ease. And the reason that it was ease is because I really believe that one of the keys to making things happen for you and one of the keys to implementing all the pieces of the law of attraction is to just be easy about it. But truthfully, not even knowing what the year 2020 would look like, not knowing that it was going to be so crazy and so different and so uncertain, it was just something that I wanted this year. I wanted peace. I wanted less stress. I wanted to be calm. I wanted to just kind of go throughout the year being easy about whatever happened. And it's so funny that that was my word this year, because I will tell you that I, like everybody else, I've gone through a lot. I lost a job early in the year. I went through some time unemployed. And I don't know that if I hadn't gone into the year with the concept of I'm going to just be okay with whatever happens, I don't know if I really would have been prepared to handle all of the things that 2020 has brought me. What does this year look like for you, Adria?
I saw this meme, which made me laugh.
Okay, let's hear it.
It said 2020 was bad, but it was still better than my first marriage. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true for everybody or anybody, but it kind of sums up the way 2020.
I love it. I love it. So, as we're talking about choosing a theme for 2021, our thoughts are take some time to sit down and really identify, number one, what was missing in 2020. Obviously, we had businesses that were closed. We missed our families and our friends. We had to social distance. There were a lot of those pieces. But if you took all of that away, what are the other things that were missing in 2020, not 2021, that you would like to see come about? Is it that you feel like you didn't have enough fun activities? Did you feel like you weren't financially stable? Did you feel like you were unhappy with your job, or you weren't at ease? Maybe you were stressed. Maybe you've been feeling nervous and uncertain about the future. What are the things that you would like to see change that you actually can control in the year 2021? You might not be able to change whether or not we have to go outside with masks on. You might not be able to change who the president of the United States is, but you can change some of the aspects about your quality of life. And so, Adria, let's just kind of throw out some words. What are some words that people could choose from when picking a theme for the year? Give us some ideas.
Joy.
Okay. Anything else?
Wealth.
Speaking of wealth, I will tell you, my fiance, Dan, and Dan's going to die. The first episode, I'm putting him on the spot. But when I first asked Dan to choose a word for the year, his word was money.
I love it.
And I said, no.
There's no shame in that.
Not.
He's only getting $1.
I said, money is not a theme. It's what does the money mean to you? What if you had money, what would you do with it? What does money mean? Does it mean that you would be able to have a nicer car or a new house, or have more expendable income, be able to enjoy more time with friends, be able to travel? Money isn't a theme. It shouldn't be a theme. It's what the money means. And I think it's important when you choose your theme for the year that you actually focus on really getting down to what does that do for me? Why is that word important to me? So let's talk about a theme for next year. Adria, have you given any thought to your theme for 2021?
I have. I've actually picked one since the last time we talked.
Oh my goodness. Share, tell us.
My word for 2021, I think, is going to be shine, because I'm at a turning point in my life, and 2020 was a time when I went through a lot of personal changes and did some trying to figure out who I was and what direction I wanted my life to take. And in 2021, I just want to shine and magnify it.
Oh, I love it. I'm actually kind of jealous. But guys, let me share my word for 2021 with you, and understand that as we're recording this, we're still in 2020. So I realize this is being released in 2021. So take that into consideration of the context of some of our terminology right now. We're still in 2020 currently as we're doing this recording. But my theme for 2021 is fearless. And for me, that's important because just releasing this podcast is pretty nerve-wracking. It's really putting ourselves out there.
But YOLO.
YOLO. You only live once. I have so many big, exciting plans with the podcast, with my life, things that I'd like to come about. And I'll tell you what, we'll get into a lot of things over the next few episodes. Hopefully the next several years, we'll share a lot of our personal experiences with you. But I have to say that just focusing on getting this podcast out and trying to reach people that believe the same things we do, that are looking for a little inspiration and some help, I know that I have to attack this project just being fearless. And so that's my word for 2021. So, Adria, do you have any more thoughts on a theme for the year before we wrap things up?
I'm just curious, once you've decided on a theme, how do you apply that? How do you maintain your focus on that theme throughout the year?
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you asked, because that's a great question. Because yeah, you can totally pick a word. You can say, this is my theme. And then if you just set that aside and forget about it, nothing's going to change. In fact, you'll hear me say this over and over again, but nothing changes until something changes. Thank you, Mr. Obvious, right? But no, if you just come up with a word, that doesn't really mean anything if you forget that word. So there's a number of different ways that you can apply the theme to your life, focus on it, remember it. Some quick, easy things that come to mind that are completely free. Adria, you could come up with a wallpaper for your phone that has your word on it. So if you could make a custom wallpaper that says shine, and every time you open your phone, every time you unlock it, you could be reminded, Adria, shine, right? You could get it tattooed on yourself.
That works. In a place you can see, though.
Oh, yeah. Don't put it on your behind, because maybe put your significant other's word on your behind. That might work, but totally joking, guys. We don't encourage that. But you could write it on a Post-it note, stick it on your mirror every day as you're brushing your teeth. That word is just reminding you, this is my theme, this is my theme, this is what I want my year to look like. Those are some free ways to do it. But also, I think it's important to tell someone else, tell others. It's kind of like when you make a goal and you tell someone else, you're a lot more likely to stay committed to it because you've got someone that will remind you and help hold you accountable. Well, if you tell your significant others, your family members, your friends, hey guys, this is my theme for the year, make it a fun conversation. Then I promise you, when they notice you off track or where you're struggling, someone's going to remind you and say, hey, wait a minute. Wasn't your theme to be true to yourself? Wasn't your theme that you're going to shine? Wasn't your theme that you're going to be fearless? And they'll help remind you and hold you accountable and keep you on track. But Adria, we talked about the other day another really great way that you can be reminded about your theme. Do you remember what that was?
Was it to put your theme, the word that you've chosen, you could put it on a piece of jewelry that you wear. And that way it's right in your line of sight every day, a constant reminder.
Exactly. And now, guys, there are a ton of companies out there doing this. You can find all kinds of different bracelets, necklaces, even keychains on Etsy that you can have engraved with your word. And we have some exciting news to share with you, because Adria and I are doing a giveaway. We really want you guys to download and subscribe to our podcast. We want you to leave us reviews. That's how we grow. So as part of our theme this year and helping you have your theme for the year, we want to do a giveaway that every week this year, from the people that leave us reviews, we will draw one name each week, so a winner every week, and that person will receive a custom bracelet from us with their word on it. We'll pick one listener each week, and we will let you tell us what your word is, and we will send you a bracelet that you can wear, male or female. They'll be unisex, that you can wear, that will remind you of what your word and your theme is this year.
Yeah, I love that. And really do leave us your honest reviews, positive or negative. We're looking forward to your feedback and ways that we can improve.
So one of the things that Adria and I want to be known for is we plan to, at the end of every single one of our episodes, leave you with a quick, simple, easy, fun action item that you can use to start implementing all of these tips and tricks from the law of attraction into your life to get the law of attraction to start working for you. We want you to have the same results and experiences that we do. And in fact, we want to hear from you. We want to know how things are working. We want to know when you're excited. We want to hear your questions. We want you to challenge us too and tell us, hey, I tried this and it didn't work. Or what do you think about this? Or I tried that and I had a bad experience. Give it all to us. And so that being said, what we have done is we have put together a Jumpstart module. And this is episode 1. Our Jumpstart module includes 10 episodes. So our first 10 episodes were actually released today, all at the same time. They're all ready for you. And we're calling this our Jumpstart module. So these are 10 individual tips, action items that you can implement today that will help you implement the law of attraction into your life, have it work for you. And as a bonus item, if you go to our website, www.attractitwithease, that's EASE, attractitwithease.com, you can download for free a PDF workbook for all 10 episodes of our Jumpstart module. So you don't have to write anything down. We realize you're probably working out, driving in your car, going for a walk. We realize you're probably not going to sit down and do some sort of action right now today. But if you go to our website, download that workbook, you will have a PDF you can work from that will remind you of all 10 action items. And so when you have the time to really sit and focus on what these different things are, for example, today's action item is going to be figuring out what your theme, what your one single word for the year 2021 is going to be. You will be able to sit down, put it all together, have it in writing, and have a quick jump start to your 2021.
Yep, we're excited for you to take this and hit the ground running. Just make 2021 your best year yet.
So once again, the action item for today's episode is to figure out your theme. If you need some help, we've got recommendations. There are a lot of websites out there, but it's really identifying what you want 2021 to look like. Sum it up into one word, pick that as your theme. Go out, tell your friends, your family, so you have people to help hold you accountable, put reminders in place, and then of course, please subscribe, download all 10 episodes so that you have every episode for our Jumpstart module, and then just remind yourself of what your theme is. Then go to our website, www.attractitwithease.com, download the workbook, and you'll be kickstarted off to a great beginning to having a new year, a new great year that looks nothing like the year 2020.
I'm so excited for this.
I am too. Thank you guys. We look forward to talking to you soon.